guys, welcome to our self-care series. We are returning, and this time we are going to be talking about safer skincare, and I'm actually going to show you my routine, which is kind of the theme of this week is me showing. It was quite a journey because my skin is pretty sensitive. So I started changing out because I am getting older. So number one, I already knew what was in my skin stuff, and my home stuff was not good. This is stuff we learn in chiropractic school. So I was already very self-aware of this. I just chose to ignore it at the time because it wasn't really affecting me. And then as I have gotten older, I just turned 30, I decided that it was probably time for me to start taking this area of my health seriously and look into things, a lot more closely. And I'm really glad I did, because I have learned so much in the beauty industry and just how it can affect our health profoundly. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is something that I then have taken upon myself to do more research on and to learn more about for myself, but also so I can be a better doctor and teacher to all of you guys in your health, because we have so many hormonal problems and issues in general that we cannot directly correlate to things. So it is not a cause and effect anymore. Things have been around for so long that it takes time for it to build up in our body. So these are things that we can start at a young age with our children, but it has to change in our industry. And then that is something that Beauty Counter is doing, which caught my attention, is a lot of advocacy and actually going to the government and working on changes with that. So I thought I just wanted to tell you why there's a lot more whys and reasons why all of a sudden I'm doing this. It has been a gradual process for me. So what did I start with? The very first thing that I started with was a moisturizer and eye cream, because those were the two things that I knew I was already using and I wanted to switch out. So I started with the Counter Match and then the eye cream. So part of my morning routine is scrubbing my face with, I cut a little part of the little, it's the charcoal bar for Counterman. And this is something that I got with one of my purchases. It was cheaper, and so I just started using it, and I have been sampling this out to some of you. So in the morning after the gym, I will wash my acne prone areas, which is around my chin and then kind of around my nose area and my T-zone essentially. So I have this, and then I use the Counter Match Adaptive Moisturizer in the morning, and then I use the Counter Time night cream. And I'm going to switch my day cream to the Counter Time line because that is the anti-aging. And if you look at my face, I do have a lot of little freckles and sun damage. This one's really bad. I don't know if you can't really see it because I have a ring light on. So I have a lot of little spots here that I have to help correct. So I'm going to be going with the Counter Time line. So I didn't use a lot. I put this on my face. I already put this on this morning, but I'm going to do it again to show you guys. So this is a really light cream, and it is supposed to adapt to whether the weather is warm or cold. So it's not supposed to feel real thick or cakey, and it has good moisturizing, but not too much to where if you have oily skin, it will make it too oily. Okay, and then next is the eye cream. Now I've had this for probably a month or so, and this is that's even too much. That's all you need, not even, for both eyes. And I just put that under my eyes, massage it outwards. I usually take a little bit more time doing this, but I don't want this video to be super long. Okay, and then for my makeup, I asked for some makeup for Christmas. So I got makeup for Christmas from my mom and dad, but from my mom. That was their Christmas present to me. Okay, so this is how I have all this makeup. They have a Flawless in 5 where you can bundle your basic makeups together, and it's 5 steps, takes you 5 minutes to do, is the kind of thing, and it's a lot cheaper when you go that route. I personally didn't do that. I didn't want really the lip gloss and things like that, so I just kind of mixed and matched things together. So this is their concealer. It's in a pen. I used to use Tarte, so this concealer was really important to me because I'm self-conscious about my eyes under here, and Tarte had a lot of skin allergens in there, and then also, what else was in there? I wrote down fragrance, talc, I think those were the two in there. Fragrance. So fragrance, okay, so I'm going to tell you, when I look over your guys' things, the most common things that I find in it is fragrance, parabens, PEGs, and talc. The talc is going to be highly likely that it's contaminated with carcinogens. So that's a big thing with the Johnson & Johnson thing I posted. Their talc powder has been tested for asbestos, which is scary because they're a big company. So there's they're not required to do third-party testing for contamination. So that's what's been on the news lately about that. And then fragrance, that is an undisclosed term of a bunch of chemicals mixed to make a fragrance. So you're not getting like what all the fragrance is. So I just did 2 clicks on the pen. You can see that little blob there. This is the light color. And so I usually just start with this. Now, hey guys, I'm not a makeup artist. I don't know about makeup, all right? So this is just what I've done to learn just by watching certain people do certain things. So really, oh crap, I already forgot a step. Okay, so here's my concealer. I kind of just painted on under my eyes. You don't need a lot of this. The nice thing about the concealer is it is really good coverage, and I'm not just saying that because I want you to like get it or whatever. I'm very picky about concealers because, like I said, my under eye area is something that I want to be covered, and I also don't want it to make my wrinkles look more wrinkly because I have wrinkles under my eyes, and so it doesn't seep into the wrinkles, which is why I liked the Tarte, because the Tarte concealer didn't go into my wrinkles. So this is nice. Can you see it? Probably not, but I blend it in, and sometimes I'll blend it more like down here and just blend it down, because then I'll put blush over it and the blush blends it in. So I forgot my foundation because sometimes I don't even use foundation because my skin has improved so much and I don't wear a lot of makeup. This is the Dew Skin foundation. This is number 2. This has the, you can't see it because it's glare. This has the SPF in it. Now, with the Dew Skin, I recommend all of you guys to get the tint skin if you need coverage, because I did not realize the Dew Skin was as sheer as it is. So this is the number 2. This is what it looks like. But when you put it on your face, there's not, I know, usually I put this on before my concealer. Just disclaimer there. But you can see, actually you can see how much it's covering my face. So it's a nice minor coverage. But the tint skin is going to have more coverage, but it doesn't have SPF. So I would recommend in the summer, in the springtime, to get the Dew Skin, because it has the SPF in it. And then if you need more coverage, you could use the tint skin. So I do have some samples of the tint skin. This is going to be the lighter palette. I'm thinking I'm going to be linen. So here's what my skin. I think I'm going to be linen, this one. And then this is the lightest color, porcelain. So I do have only a few of these, like 3 or 4 of these. And then here's the darker skinned one. So they have a lot of shades in the tint skin. That's going to be the more fuller coverage. But you can see with the Dew Skin, it actually did do a nice job with covering my skin. So I do the foundation, then the concealer. I knew I was going to mess something up. And then what I do next is the blush. And I really like a pink blush. This is their melon color. And I just like the pink. It kind of matches my lips a little bit. So what I do with the blush, you just put it on like normal. You know, I'm not very exact with my stuff. Put on my blush. And then what I do, see, it goes on like, it's a very, very light, you know. And then what I do after I do the blush, see the blush? After I do this, I do take a little bit, and this is something I've always done, and I take it at the outside of my eyelids because I like a little pink up there. See the difference? Pink, no pink, just a little bit of pink. So if you have whatever blush you like to use, it goes really pretty up there. And then I usually just go Sorry if I'm not answering your guys' questions. I'm trying to make sure this video isn't like 40 minutes long. So that is the blush. No secrets added is what that says. All right, so this is Melon that I have. Next up, I do the eyeshadow. So Betty asked about eyeshadow. This is the Romantic eyeshadow palette. And this stuff's gonna last me forever. Like I said, I've had this since Christmas. And this is the Romantic. So I really liked the pinkies in this. So I'll show you what I use, but I really like the pinks. And then I don't really use the darks as much, but I'm more of a neutral gal. So I'll use the Cameo, which has a little bit of shimmer. I get asked how do I get my eyes kind of shimmery. That is how I don't use really matte eyeshadows. So I use the Cameo under my brow. So put that under my eyebrow. Put it under my eyebrow. Not exact, like I've said before. And then what I do is I take the same color, so that's this one, and I just put it in this, towards the center of my eye. I do it again on the other side. Okay, and then what I do is I've been taking the Dusk right there, which is kind of like a pinky, purpley, darker color, and I just do a little bit on the outside. Yes, I use the same brush for all the colors too. So, told you, I'm not crazy. So then you can kind of see it. See the different colors? And then I blend it usually, because then I feel like I have too much makeup on. All right, take that off. I'll thank my mom from that. She's like, you don't need to wear a lot of makeup. You look pretty without it. Thanks, Ma. Thanks for that confidence. Okay, so then I do my eyelashes. This is gonna be weird because I'm gonna get real close to the camera. Do those eyelashes. Yeah, I like that palette too, Courtney. I was trying to figure out what palette would be the best because I like neutral pinks and stuff, so that Romantic one is what did it for me. And actually I used that really sparkly one in the middle for Christmas time, and it really was pretty. It wasn't like caked on. So I curl my eyelashes, and I usually curl them more. I think I'm going through a lash cycle because they're falling out right now. Okay, so this is the mascara. I got questions about this. Their mascara, they have a lengthening one and a volumizing one. Their volumizing one is their best seller, and that's the one that I have. This is what the wand looks like, and I am a mascara snob. I used to use, there is a yellow bottle of Maybelline, yellow and purple. I've used it since high school, college days, and I loved it so much, but it had a lot of bad stuff in there. So this is the wand of their volumizing mascara, and the lengthening one, the wand is more like straight and narrow. Derek's mom has the volumizing one, and my mom has the lengthening one, and I would say the volumizing one wins over the lengthening. So and the volumizing does lengthen. That's the thing. It does both. I honestly I don't know if it's the wand that makes it different or what. So, okay, I'm gonna do this. Oh, that doesn't have a mirror. So this eyeshadow palette has a mirror, but the blush one doesn't. So then, can you see? Okay. So it goes on really nice. It doesn't clump. I've gotten asked if it smudges under after you wear it. I haven't had issues with it. The only time I've had issues is when I did the face oil, and then I didn't let the oil like soak into my skin. So you can see the difference. Maybe you can't, I don't know. I feel rushed. I'm panicking, I feel rushed. But I like it because it doesn't clump, it doesn't go on too thick. And then if you want it thicker, you just let this dry, and then you add on another layer. Okay, so you would obviously let it dry and then add on another coat. Okay. This is hard. Okay, and then I'm gonna do my bottom. Can you see? Okay, bottom lash. Don't really need a lot. Okay. I usually take a lot longer on my eyelashes. Anybody else? Anybody else do that? So I really enjoyed this mascara. My eyeballs are like my main concern, so I really like eyelashes. Okay, so there's the mascara. I usually, even though you're not supposed to, I will take the eyelash curler and curl them again. So that's that. And then last but not least that I have is their brow gel, which I have the medium. They have a brow gel and a brow pencil, and I went for this little brow gel because I've never used it before and I thought it was cool. So this is the medium, but they have a clear one, which I think I would get. The clear one's gonna kind of bring your brows up and kind of let them stand up a little bit, you know, how that's a cool thing to do. But this is their medium color. It's literally like a mini mascara wand, and let's see if I can do this, because sometimes I mess up and it looks really funny. Okay, so I just start at the base of my brows and then I work it up, and you can see how it just kind of fills it in. Now the brow pencil is supposed to fill in your brows more, so if your eyebrows are sparse, the pencil might be a good idea. So you can see how this made a more dramatic effect in my eyebrow. That's kind of what the gel is supposed to do, is bring a more dramatic effect. Now I have funky brows. This part of my eyebrow doesn't grow in, but I refuse to wax it off because my brows would be super uneven. So I will fill it in. I will kind of fill it in. How it goes like this. And then what I do at the end, I just brush her up, brush her up. Don't know if you're supposed to do that. Okay, usually that doesn't look that bad, but since I smudged it so many times, it looks pretty good. All right, so I don't have eyeliner. I don't really use eyeliner as much anymore. So I've heard great reviews though about the eyeliner. And then usually what I do is just curl my eyelashes one more time. And you can see now how I let my lashes dry before I re-curl them, so it doesn't get like stuck on the thing. So you can see how great it did with my lashes, which I love. And my eyebrows look great, which is crazy because I've never done that before. But so that's how I do my makeup routine. It's usually a lot quicker than what I did here. Last thing I do sometimes, not all the time, is I put chapstick on and then I'll use some of their lipstick. This I went darker. What is this? I don't know. Oh, 9 to 5. It's dark. I usually don't wear dark, but I'll just do chapstick and then the lipstick, which they have lip gloss too. And there's that. So if you did have any questions about makeup, let me know. I tend to recommend, if you're going to start with swapping out makeup, I recommend starting with the foundation. If you do wear foundation, because that's going to be what covers most of our face. My problem area was my eyes, so I definitely wanted to eliminate my concealer, which had skin allergens in there and a lot of other stuff. And I wanted to get my mascara better and things like that. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Just swapping things in and out is really the most feasible way for most people to do it. And before you know it, you switched out almost your whole routine come 6 to 8 months down the road. As far as how long things last, from what I have seen with the makeup, I'm unsure about the brow gel, to be honest, and the mascara, but I would assume about 3 months with the mascara if you use it 2 to 3 months. I don't know though, so don't count me on that, but I mean, this is my head and this is the mascara, so there is quite a bit of it. in there. And I know I say 2 to 3 months, and usually my mascara, I swear, would last me like 6 months. I'm sure you can get it to last you longer. You just always want to make sure it stays clean and that it's not like drying out and things like that, because if I know a lot of you ladies in here have gotten like styes from dirty makeup brushes, things like that. Mascara can be one of them, and I am one of those people that are stingy on their makeup stuff. So but as far as like this eyeshadow palette, I mean, this thing's gonna last me forever. You can see the color a little bit better. This is the one that I used on Christmas, and it doesn't look like that on your eye. It's just like a nice little sparkle, so that was pretty. And then like this blush, it doesn't look very big, but this is going to last forever too, because you don't dig into your powders and things like that. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. The biggest thing with makeup is going to be the contaminations usually, and if there's any kind of fragrance in there. Those are two big ones that I've seen across the board. And again, we have the talc, parabens, and PEGs are going to be what I see really across the board. And then we have a lot of things like the retinol I used to use. That's really bad. That's just the best way to put it, is that it's just really bad. And so things like that, if we can start cleaning up, that'd be great. What I'm going to be doing tonight is I'm going to be getting some tint skin. One thing I wanted to touch before I go in on Friday, we're going to do some skincare routines. The overall thing, I got asked by Brittany, like what's the proper steps to take for skincare? It's cleanse, prep, treat, protect. So you cleanse your face, then you prep your face with a toner, and the purpose of the toner and prepping is so that you're allowing your skin to take in more nutrients, antioxidants, and things like that from your serum, and then you use the moisturizer to protect. Now, I am just halfway cleansing with the charcoal bar and moisturizing. So that's where I'm at with my skincare routine, but tonight I am going to get some counter time stuff because I really want to take care of this stuff. So you guys know that little series, but it's all in steps. You know, it's all in steps. I've always just used a moisturizer, and that's been pretty much it. So that's all I just wanted to say to all of that routine. Again, let me know if you need anything. I'm going to sign off here. I'm really upset that it split it up into 2 videos, but that's okay. All right, I hope this was helpful. This was fun for me to do, something a little bit lighter. All right, guys, love you so much. Bye.